Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets for Monday the 19th of May. The handover that we've had actually from the Asian session has pretty much been driving the European session today. Asian markets were fairly muted, a little bit of downside pressure. There was some signs that a bit of tensions between Vietnam and China was spilling over into the trading, and a little bit of safe haven trading going on. And that's been reflected also in a slightly stronger yen, and also the gold price benefiting as well. So a little bit of safe haven trading, and that has certainly seen the dollar suffer a little bit in early trading today, but also these stock markets coming lower as well. The DAX and FTSE are both around about between 0.25% and 0.5% lower. FTSE is the main underperformer today, and that's coming on the back of also the AstraZeneca shares, which are 15% lower after the latest bid from Pfizer was rejected by the board, and shareholders have taken this as a negative sign, suggestions that perhaps there'll be no agreement ultimately, and the bid will fall through. So a negative reaction there, but in terms of actual trading, certainly on Friday we saw the VIX fall back again down towards the low 12 area. So that is once more suggesting that investors are fairly confident, and perhaps even becoming a little bit complacent once more. But they'll see how that pans out in the next few days. In terms of dollar index, as I said, the dollar has fallen away early hours today in Europeans, and that is seeing the dollar index back below the 80 mark once more. There's no real data economically speaking today, so that for us to look forward to. You are basically trading on corporate news flow, which is all this M&A news, and also any sort of geopolitical or macroeconomic news that could be moving the markets today. So investors are fairly well left to their own devices, and we'll see how that pans out. But certainly at the moment there's a bit of negativity in stocks, and certainly the dollar is under a bit of pressure. My chart of the day, I've chosen to look at the Aussie dollar, which has actually, this is just on very quickly on a background on the longer term chart. This is the big base pattern that we've seen, head and shoulders reversal that we've got going on there. So you've now sort of building a support above this 92 big figure mark. But the thing I wanted to talk about was this, zooming closer in, was this pivot level that we've got going on here. It actually comes out at 93.20, which shows up much better on the intraday chart, but I'll start here, and it does suggest that certainly that is a big mark that traders are looking out for. The chart on a general basis is fairly positive for the Aussie dollar, and it does suggest that corrections are being bought into. So that is an outlook that suggests that there's going to be further upside towards the that 94.61 mark. But immediately, if I look on the intraday chart, you'll see that more closely. This is the that 93.20 mark that has been used as support, became resistance, and is now being used as support once more. And certainly that pivot level would suggest that any sort of dips back towards there would be seen as a buying opportunity, as I think that we're going to see the gains once more, and pressure back on these highs on the immediate level, back towards 94 big figure. 94.08 was the high in the middle of last week, and I think ultimately that will be bought into. So that 93.20 is the pivot level for this chart, and that's only 30 pips away. So perhaps a little bit of risk reward going on there that you could point out, but I certainly think that the Aussie dollar has been strong. As the dollar rallied recently, the Aussie dollar didn't really come under too much selling pressure. It was actually held up relatively well considering the recovery in the dollar. So that's an interesting factor, that if this dollar starts to fall away, I think the Aussie dollar should pull higher and certainly test those 94 big figure area once again. So watch out for that. But I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.